Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Salatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah. So after a month, almost a month, I'm again with a live video today. And my today's topic is basically management, 5 P's of management. So a little bit background of the subject, why I chose this subject, because 10 years back, I used to teach management and marketing in the Institute of Cost and Management of Bangladesh. And it was very easy to me to really understand the 4 P's of marketing, and also the management was fascinating. But somehow I was having an idea of why not come up with a simple structure of management that will help everyone to understand it in a better way from the corporate context. So what I was thinking for long, and last 1 year back, while I was delivering a lecture somewhere, and then I come up with the idea of uh, sharing or formulating these 5 P's. Actually, that time I came up with a 4 P, and for a year now I'm struggling. Still, I was not happy with the 4 P. So currently I'm now sharing the 5 P's, because I have added it one more P in the spectrum. So let's start in a very, I will just in a very briefly I will share what it is and why I thought about it, and what you can also be benefited from the model, the management model. What I say, 5 P's of management. The very first P is why management exists. Management exists for a purpose. So far, first P for management, that we have to have a purpose. And in another sense, we have heard many things like you have to have a goal, you have to have a vision. So that covers the purpose, basically covers that area. If there is no purpose, there is no management. If there is no goal, there is no management. And that's why the very first P, I say, we all have to have a purpose, and all of the management team must share a common purpose. And that is the core foundation of management. And if we all understand this, the purpose of the organization, the purpose of our existence, that really help us to work together. And working together is so important. Why? That brings me to the next point of management is people. We all have, we every organization has people, but I will share the 3 dimension of people here now today, because we all know we are here, the organizations, the institutions, we all are here to serve the people. So the one side of the people part is our customers, our clients that we are planning to serve. And there are, the other side is our own people. And very often we all know about this, the two side of people. One side is our customers, and the another side is our own people, the people within the organization. But often we forget one thing, that there is another dimension of people, that is the people working for the competition. If we put our customers in the front side, and then we have our own people, our own team, and there is a separate team working for the competition as well. They are also looking to serve the same customer. So if the people in contrast are not very compatible to not very, I would say, very competent to serve the people we want to serve, then there will be problems. So the 3 dimension of people we must consider while we are thinking of management. So the third P is a process. So yes, we all know about process, but why we need a process? We need processes for only one reason. For only one reason. The basic core reason is to replicate, to repeat performances again and again in the same manner. That's why we need process. Without a process, repeating same performance, same manner, delivering same quality is not possible. So that's why we must have a process in the organization to repeat our best performance. To support that process, we need the fourth P that we call principles. Principles are the choices. Principles are the kind of processes that actually worked in the past and that are guaranteed to work in the future. So the organizations must have principles, the third P. And sorry, the fourth P, the principles that will guarantee that it will work in the futures. That basically principles are time tested values. So we must have values to support this is called principles, and we must know what worked in the past and what is guaranteed to work in the future. This will fall under the P I call principles. This is the fourth P. And finally the fifth P is a platform. And I would say that platform, when we hear this term platform, we think like it's a kind of hardware, it's a physical thing. But I want to share that a platform has basically two side. One is very soft side, another is the practical physical side. The very soft side of platform is a language. The organization must have its own language, own common language that is understood by everyone within the organization. The language itself a platform. The second kind of platform is a common source of data, a common source of information. What sales is for the sales team must be the sales for the finance team, for the HR team, for everyone. We must have a one source of information. Probably you have heard the word the ERP or a platform. When we think about platform, we basically think about ERP. But I say not only ERP, we must have our own unique or own languages that we understand each other, that we communicate with others, languages in terms of everything in the organization. How people are recruited, this is also part of the language. How people are rewarded, this is also part of the language. How people will be promoted, that is also a part of the language. The language in the organization should be one language, so that people don't have ambiguity. Everything is clear, crystal clear, so that everyone understand what is the purpose of the organization. Everyone understand what kind of people is required in the organization. Everyone understand every processes in the organization, and everyone understand the principles. If even the principles, if we understand it differently, it will not deliver the expected results. So in a nutshell, the 5 P of management. The number one P is the purpose. We must have a purpose. Then we have to deal with people. We have to. The second P is people. Without there is no people, there is no management. And there are three dimensions of people: the people inside the organization, and people we want to serve, and people are competing with us. The people working for the competition. We have to take all in considerations. And if your people cannot beat the people working for the competition, you will not be able to beat the competition. So you have to have the best people in your organization who are really ready to beat the competition people. So you don't need to beat the competition. You need the brain, you need their thinking, you beat their philosophy and everything. So your people must be very, very specialized people. And then the third P is process. We have to have a written down process to repeat our performances, and these processes should be reviewed regularly, and these processes must be validated quite often, calibrated quite often. And the fourth P is principles. We have to have the right principles in place, the right values in place, and we have to communicate. And finally, we must have a platform. And many organizations suffered because of lack of platform. And your organization must be a platform for the brilliant people. you have to retain them, you have to create an environment, you have to create a culture, you have to create a common language that is also part of the culture. So all these five, basically, in a nutshell, this is management. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope inshallah I will try to come up with detailed things in future, but inshallah you have enjoyed this 5P, and you will definitely remember management in a different way now. So thank you so much. And if you like the channel, please subscribe and share. Thank you so much. Fi amanillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.